Let me tell you a little bit about my linguistic career. Number one, it starts when I'm in the ninth grade. I'm taking French for the second year from the same teacher, the same course, and didn't do well either year. At the end of that time, the teacher looked at me and she says, Philip, never do anything with language because you have zero aptitude. So I took her at her word. Like, other words, she was telling me, don't try to learn any language because you're not very smart. So here I found myself years later living in Brazil and learning Portuguese, and then a short time later living in Chile learning Spanish. And I literally went to an institute where they would give me 1.5 to 2 hours of lessons 3 times a week, and then I would spend 6 hours a day in a library learning and memorizing nouns and learning and memorizing conjugation of verbs. So I did that for almost 6 months, and because I realized if I was going to seriously live amongst these people, I had to do everything I could to learn the language. And I'm a real advocate of it. If you're going to work amongst the people, speak their language, learn their ways, understand their folklore, learn their jokes. Why do they do the things they do? What are the nuances that you don't get? So learning Spanish was very, very important. But I worked hard at it. But I think I got a grace. I got a grace because I didn't mind laughing at myself, and I didn't mind people laughing at me. So after 6 months, I basically told my translator, I'm going to go it alone. And one of the first weeks that I actually did teaching in Spanish, I said in Spanish, I said that Jesus looked at the adulterous woman and told her to go for it. What I wanted to say was Jesus looked at her and told her not to do it, not to sin, he didn't condemn her, don't sin anymore. But the way I said it was, translated was, just go for it. People did not move when I said it. Then afterwards, of course, my wife asked me, Phil, do you know what you said today? And I thought she was going to say, good job. She goes, you said that Jesus told the adulterous woman to go for it. And I said, no, I didn't. I said this. She goes, and that's what that means. I had it mixed up. I had the syntax mixed up. So, but I didn't care. Okay, I'll learn. I won't do that one again. Through the years, that being able to laugh at myself has helped me. But number two, the commitment to learn language, learn it in a sense of in a formal language, but also the street language and the idiomatic expressions, learning that whichever country that is Spanish speaking, there's over 20 of them, whichever country I've worked in, I've always tried to memorize some of the idiomatic expressions. I learned something years ago also concerning language. I asked a guy who had been a missionary in northern Spain for many, many years. He lived amongst the Basque people. He spoke fluent Euskera, but it's a province of Spain. And I asked him, can I get along here in just Spanish? He said, yes, you can. You can get along just speaking Spanish, but you'll never get in. You can get along, but you can't get in. If you're going to get in, you're going to have to learn Euskera, which is a very difficult language. So I'm one that I'm a proponent of, if you're going to work amongst the people, learn their language, learn their ways, learn their folklore, learn the culture. And if you're in, go all in with it. So that's why I learned Spanish.